Hello, welcome back to our Rule the Waves 3 playthrough of Italy starting in 1890, Mare Nostrum. Now we have some pretty high tensions here with both Austria-Hungary and Germany. Germany doesn't have any allies, so if we had to get into war, we'd prefer to get into war with them because Austria is allied with the United States, and we know that the United States loves to send gigantic doom fleets into the Mediterranean if they have any kind of base support. Now, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think Austria-Hungary can handle it. 1,600 base capacity, uh, so they can support a U.S. fleet in here. So if they got in here, we'd be pretty much instantly blockaded, and that would be that. And if it comes down to war with anyone, we'd prefer it to be Germany. We do have a big advantage in submarines. Uh, we have an advantage in number of escorts as well, so it could just be kind of a duel, like sending subs back and forth. So we'll see how that goes. We're still working on a bunch of these destroyers, which will be done here in just the next couple of months. And then the first of our Andrea Dorias, well, of these particular little batch at least, will be done here in a minute. We're currently working on 3 of the Regina Alinas. So let's save our game. Let's make a copy just in case they update the engine or anything weird, and let's go. See what we get. We're looking for ways to lower tensions with Austria, if possible. Cool. Better torpedo range and speed. All right, tension with Spain's reduced. Don't really care much about that. I mean, if we could get into a fight with Spain, we would, just to get rid of these tensions. Reset the tensions, but don't think that's going to happen. Their tension looks like it's about 2. Austria-Hungary and Britain decrease because they both hate me. Okay, cool. Fine. Funny how my tension with well, let's see here. Let's see here. Aircraft carrying airships doesn't really matter. Flip plane scouts, we'll say yes, we want a new one. We'll go for speed and range. Really, the only thing that matters is getting there, being able to reach, and getting there quickly enough to spot. All right, so we have this guy who's incompetent. Not great. But I don't ever recall that we get lower tensions with people because we hate the same person. Like me and Japan, we neither of us like Austria, but like the tensions aren't coming down with them due to it. So that's not very nice. And we do have some new destroyers here. So let's get them into divisions. There we go. 7 destroyer division, 8 destroyer division, and 9 destroyer division. Improved invasion capacity doesn't really matter for us right now. Not really something we care about. Yeah, like they hate us, so they're becoming pals. Like they're commiserating over it. The U.S. has a budget balance of negative 6,900, so I feel like that should. I don't know. There's a rumor there. I saw a rumor. Oh, that's the new German medium bomber. There's the Lepanto. They want to raise armament expenditures. We're gonna say no because number one, people like they're already mad at us for spending. Our unrest is high, and we don't want to get tension, so we sacrifice the prestige here. Tensions between Japan and Russia increases, and between Japan and Russia, and then Russia and Japan, because they just don't like each other. It's pretty funny. Rumors in Russia about war with us. rumors in Germany about war with us. Um, I'll take either one, honestly. I don't mind. Not a big deal. I just don't want to fight Austria. I don't mind fighting Austria. I want to fight Austria, but I don't also want to fight the US. that's the that's the rub there. So now that Android Dory is finished, let's build some more submarines. Let's do like another 10 medium range subs and keep on going here. Here's the Oregon, the largest dreadnought in the world at almost 42,000 displacement. Here's the Ticonderoga class with 29 knots, nine 16-inch guns, and then, you know, why don't you want to fight them? Well, this kind of stuff right here. Scary, scary, scary. A spy from Germany has been discovered. We can get tension, but that might also raise the budget. But I would rather go to war with Germany now, I think, rather than risk getting into a fight with the US. Germany still doesn't have any friends. Yeah, we're going to raise tension and maybe get budget, although that might hurt. Let's see, we're at 46 or 466. We got no budget out of that. Good. Cool. But we did raise the tension with Germany. So hopefully that will kick off soon. We are finishing this other Andrea Doria. These Venitos, I really want to do something with them, but it might just have to wait a little while. Okay. Let's see. Tension with Britain goes up for some odd reason, just kind of randomly. Britain's throwing their little bowler hat into the ring to try to fight us, I guess. The little Churchill hat. The Venitos, I don't even know what we can do with those, honestly. Maybe just update the engines, open for rebuild. Let's see, replace the machinery. That's a 12-month project. What else can they do? Increased elevation, directors. Okay. We can throw increased elevation on the main gun. We can give them improved directors. We can throw directors on the secondaries. And that doesn't really increase the price that much. And it keeps these things relevant. What if we raise the speed to 23 knots? Well, it becomes a battle cruiser. We don't want to do that because then it would be in cruiser fights and it would never catch anything. So let's give it some AA. Not that I'm expecting, well, there are land-based aircraft. Okay. So let's save and finish. It's a 1 month. We're not doing fuel oil. We're scrapping these things as soon as we can. All right. Keep on going. Can we get war with Germany, please? Dual purpose guns for destroyers. New Austrian bomber. Yeah, they're just all kind of reminiscent on how much they don't like us. So you know that Italy, right? Let's increase cooperation with Japan. It'll raise tensions with Russia too, which is fine because we gotta go to war with someone. Naval visit by Germany. We can push tensions even higher. Let's go for prestige and tension. Austria and Spain are getting mad at each other. Hey, as long as you duke it out amongst yourselves. Okay, this is the new float plane. It's right about 20 knots extra of speed, between 10 and 20. The range goes up on some of them. So let's go for the one with the speed didn't go up that much, but the range is pretty good. 140 miles is probably more than necessary, but the stats are actually, you know what? Let's go for Gosh, let's go for this one. The range isn't as good. Yeah, I'm trying to think of whether it's worth it to have the extra maneuverability and toughness. But you know what? Float planes, they're not meant to fight, so let's just do the one with the better range. If they get shot down, they get shot down. There's our tension of Germany. Come on. Do it. Do it. Do it. Go to war. I dare you. Okay. Not really worried about any of our air bases right now. Japan and Russia are tense. There's the purpose-built aircraft carrier now. Can we actually afford to build one? That is the question. Or what are we doing here? We're rebuilding for the next 9 months. Hmm. So that would give us about like it would take 3 months to design, so it would give us about 7 months of deficit. So let's go about 2 months forward here, and then we'll design our carriers, our carrier class. Tension with France is reduced. Germany increases. Okay, this is probably it. It has to be, right? There it is. Italy and Germany are now at war. Cool. All right. We immediately lost a lot of our monthly balance, like 1,600 worth. We were 800 in the red there, or in the black. All right. So first thing we need to do is send out our corvettes. We're going to put them on trade protection, and the Napolis, two of them, will become raiders. And then the Strombolis, they're just on foreign station, although the one Stromboli can become a, let's do trade protection to maybe hunt down, yeah, maybe hunt down raiders. Save the game. Anything else we need to do here? We can crank up the spying again on Germany. All right, well, let's see what we get. Let's start doing unrestricted warfare with our submarines just to see how it goes. I'm a little afraid of getting tensions with Austria from doing that. Cruiser action immediately in the Mediterranean. All right, we got a couple of battle cruisers. Excellent. That's perfect. This is why we have battle cruisers now, is because they're mainly for cruiser actions. I don't normally build battle cruisers, not a big fan of them, but as it turns out, they're highly necessary. Let's see, it's nighttime, so whatever we run into is going to be point blank probably, if we run into anything. There it is. I think I heard, yep, I heard torpedoes firing. Line ahead. Friendly torpedoes. I don't think you can actually hear enemy torpedoes fire ever. Hold off on our torpedoes. Squad max, we're turning away. That looks like a cruiser because it's in between our destroyer and our battle cruiser in size. And we somehow missed with our torpedoes. Well, yeah, I think it said the intel was two light cruisers in the area. So this must just be two light cruisers, like they were not lying. All right, morning has arrived. Destroyers, you need to get a little bit of distance. Funny, they're shooting at us, but we're not shooting at them yet. There we go. So we've already scored a 12-inch hit on one of these light cruisers. And they're hitting our destroyers, so we will, well, actually, our destroyers don't really have any business in this fight. Like, we're not going to torpedo light cruisers very easily, I don't think. All right, these are Hamburg class. So 31 knots, very speedy. So these are pretty new. It's 1925 or 26 or something in the game right now. So these are pretty new. They have 6 6-inch guns. They have torpedo launchers. So we're going to turn in now with our battle cruisers. And uh, they're a little bit too speedy for us to really hit them with torpedoes, but we can at least launch a salvo. What did I just do? There we go. Fire torpedoes. Go. And again, you spread your torpedoes out a little bit, pick different targets, and they'll also spread naturally due to the formation that we're in here. Try to turn. Oh, it's looking okay. There we go. That should slow down a light cruiser. It's a Hela class. Hela? I don't know. All right, so someone was getting some flooding. It must be one of the destroyers. Nope. Is it a battle cruiser? No. I feel like it's probably this ship here. Yeah, okay. We're going to actually let's fire a salvo at the Gila. Go. And then we'll just break off the destroyers. Okay. Now we'll run with them. Then we're gonna pull the battle cruisers into the. There we go. So that whole salvo is just gonna miss, although it might get that Hamburg. I think the Hamburg has a damaged rudder, so it's done. Destroyers, you can go home now. You're out of torpedoes. You're not going to do any good in a gunfight. The Gila class, it's 30 knots. It's a little bit older. Not it's pretty small. It's 4,900 tons with 5 6-inch guns. So our battle cruisers should just, if we just keep fairly close to them or break something like an engine, then we'll just eat them alive. Like this is the position that we were in often, where you're just trying to survive with your cruisers versus battle cruisers. But hey, we will take. Germany is a lot bigger than us in terms of overall tonnage and economic power. So we'll take any kind of wins we can get early on, because as soon as they start moving their fleets into the oh, we lost a sub. As soon as they start moving their fleets into the AO, we're going to be in some trouble. So some ship details here. I just want to see how much damage that torpedo did. Log entries. High speed increased the flooding. So they were at 183 flooding, like on one torpedo hit. Torpedoes now are really dangerous if you don't have decent protection. Okie dokie. So here's a float plane scout as a private venture. This is one we're developing. So it's slower, it has less range, it has better stats, but we are going to just say no to that. Our subs are failing to return from patrols, but we did sink 6 enemy merchants. And they're quickly laying down corvettes to try to put a stop to us. All right. We're 20 minutes in. We can make this a little bit longer episode. We'll see what they have to offer. Ships under construction. We're to wait a couple more months. We might get some wartime funding here. Our unrest is actually going down now because we're at war. We intercepted a raider with a corvette. That's not good. We want to get out of there. So we will run if we can. Once we can get control of our ship. Unknown ship sighted. Full speed. Oh, what am I doing? Wrong button. Definitely the wrong button. But the enemy ran away, which is good. Full speed. Run the other way. Oh, he's chasing us. Okay. It's not good. There we go. Nighttime. There we go. So at least, hopefully, we disrupted the reading for 1 month from that particular ship. Just going back to Syracuse. All right, what was that? It was a light cruiser. Yeah, he would have eaten our lunch. It's this thing here. Yep, that's it's an older light cruiser, but still, those 10 4-inch guns would have chewed us apart. Large diesel engines now. 2% weight savings on armor. That's pretty darn good. Our submarine has sunk the German corvettes. Felix Schultz. Shoals. All right, so we do have the submarine advantage. Save. We can do one more little encounter here. Convoy defense. Estimated enemy forces: 10 battleships, 6 battle cruisers. We have 20 aircraft. And the German declined. They declined battle. Hey, all right. Advanced director. That'll look nice on our new Elena something Elena. The new battleships that are coming out. We won't have time to refit the Andrea Dorias during this war. So the new flip plane is faster than expected. That's fantastic, actually. Let's do a new torpedo bomber. What do we want from that? We want speed, so it gets there. And then we want maneuverability, so it can hit, probably, right? Enemy fleets dominate around, well, Ethiopia, but is it Ethiopia? Hey, we sunk an enemy submarine. So we lost 2 friendly subs. We sank 2 enemy merchants, and we killed 1 enemy sub. Okay, not great. All right, that'll have to be it for this episode. We are getting close to 25 minutes now. So this episode should be coming out. Let's see, the last one was scheduled for the 31st. This will be coming out on the 2nd. So the day after New Year. I hope you've all had a great New Year. Here's looking to a good year ahead. And just want to say again how much I appreciate you for being here. And until then, I will see you next time.